Hello, everyone. This is episode 3 of my retirement journey. 2025 is the year. Today is July 6th. And I just want to give a new update on just where I am and what's going on with me um, as I go through this journey. And so here we go. And remember, if you like what I'm doing, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And give me any feedback that you may have about some of the things you've seen or just some insight about what you got going on. All right. So what I want to do first is just talk about just where I am on some multiple areas. The first thing I want to do is just talk about um, I'm not going to give dollar amounts, but how much my portfolio has gained or lost from the last time. And so, because, we're trying to measure and be prepared in ways. But just in the last 2 months, my portfolio has gained about 10%. And so there's been a lot of details of things that have happened. You look back on this time frame, you might think about when Elon and Donald Trump fell out. That happened. So they fell out really big, and my portfolio paid the price, as well as the market in some ways. It was up and down, this roller coaster wave. But from then to now, through what it looked like it was going to be bad, my portfolio was up 10%. But that's just 2 months, okay? Another thing that has happened is that pivotal Donald Trump has signed a new tax bill that I think that he signed it July 4th. This tax bill has given a lot of people of higher earners a lot of tax discounts, but I'm only interested in how I can benefit. And so again, this is the process of preparing myself, looking and see what's in it and how can I benefit. So I can benefit from the overtime deduction. I got limited time to benefit from the battery power wall deduction, 30% deduction. No more EV tax credits at the end of September. What else? That is about all that I could benefit from the things that I understand that are in it, right? There's a car loan deduction, deduct car loan interest for U.S. made cars up to $10,000. I won't be getting a new car between now and 2028. But those are the things of what I've been looking at that I can benefit. But we'll get more into that. But that is definitely something that has caused me to look at where I am and where I'm going with my retirement journey, because it caused me to think about the debt status of America. That America is already now $36 trillion in debt, and we're not still balancing the budget. We're just borrowing more money and spending, and interest rates probably shouldn't be reduced. But interest rates may be reduced because Donald Trump wants somebody to do that, and it looks like this guy may get his way in the coming months, if not next year, which will make artificial money be out here in the economy, and it will, I think, later on have an effect negatively with the market will crash because of this fake, elevated money with lower interest rates if that does happen, and no reduction in spending. But that's kind of like how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it in that way and trying to just plan what I should do with my investments, because I think that it may be a crash. And one of the things I decided to do was just rebalance my portfolio and add more, um, not so much heavy on U.S. equities. As you know, my strategy is the stock market. And so now I'm doing what I haven't done, which is sort of give myself some hedges by investing in bonds, tips, and gold. So I'm going to add that to my portfolio and sort of bring down my exposure to U.S. equities and bring up my exposure to those things, just so that if the economy goes down, hopefully I won't be as impacted because of my exposure. But it's going to take about 8 to 10 years for me to get to a place of what they call, I got a lot of equities. But that's something to think about, right? That I want to put out there. But that's the plan, and that's why I started this process this weekend, as I was communicating with ChatGPT and formulating a whole lot of projections and getting some historical references about markets and interest rates and things of that nature. Okay. So that's one of the things that's going on. That's where we at. So let's talk about some other things about the status of some of the projects. As of this current time, I'm trying to just get all the projects I need to be done completed. So as I approach retirement, that I could have less repairs. But one of the things I'm am settling in on is that I'm doing a good job in trying to prevent or either be mindful of these things. But I think that I've settled that, or resigning myself to settle that there will always be something to do. There'll always be something that will need to be repaired, something that unexpectedly broken, something that has to be replaced at just the oddest time. So you know that I'm working on my bathroom project. And so the bathroom project in my master bathroom is closer to completion. It's still not there yet, but now we at where we got the valve put in and we got all the foundations, and now we're about to go up with the shower pan and the walls and the installation. Just sort of now putting the walls in. But one of the things this bathroom project has given me more insight about the ups and downs of it was not necessarily about the learning the process of doing it myself. It's been a exercise in what the people who I've come in contact with in doing this project associated with, and learn a lot about myself. Not necessarily in my can-do attitude, but more so the refocusing, the adjustment, the slowing down. Just learned a lot about myself, and the dexterity that it takes to pivot or to sort of buckle down and learn some new things. You know, using tools. I've been using ChatGPT, but also people. You know, I've had some people come over to try to assist me, and I've learned that not everybody is happy for you in the same way that you are, and not everybody has the same invested interest. It still is you really have to be managing everything you have to be open, be fluid, you know. But what I learned here is just that this process has shown me that the contractor game and getting a contractor, it is still the most vicious thing out here. These contractors will try to do what they can to, you know, get what they can out of you. Listen, it's happening in my own clan, you know, my own clan, a relative. that I got to do some work for me. First, it started off with a contractor that I hired. The contractor that I hired, once I got to a point that I wanted to hire somebody, I did a lot of the work, as you know, myself, demolition and building it up. When I got to a point where I wanted to call a contractor for some of the next step, the contractor didn't particularly really acknowledge that they couldn't do the job until they got on site and offered me that, hey, you know what? I came here for plumbing, but I can do some carpenter work for you too. Well, come to find out, he just said that just because he wanted to get the job. But it came to pass that he agreed that he couldn't really do the job and he wanted to hire a subcontractor, and this was a plumbing company. The plumbing company wanted to hire a contractor under them so they can do sort of the carpenter and plumbing work. But this is what they wanted to do. Besides saying, no, we only do this. Then I called a relative, to do the plumbing contract, to do the plumbing work, charged me just an amount that you shouldn't charge a relative if your whole thing is you're trying to help relatives. That's the thing here. So we're trying to help relatives. We're trying to help the family. But he charged me for something. He charged me a contractor price. Once I saw what it is that it entailed to do, I'm like, wow, I can't believe you charged me that price, or are charging me. You charged me $700 for something that charged me $700 for the steps or tasks that, knowing that I've done a lot of the things myself and that I could, I'm a do-it-yourselfer, that it was like I was not a do-it-yourselfer, I went in and even widened the hole that the plumber was going to use to bring to move the P-trap. I made a hole in the concrete and the subfloor, OSB, and just, planning everything here. But, all he really was doing is cutting the ABS and attaching some PVC once he cut it to make a new P-trap. That was all that he's doing. And of course the shower valve. And hey, but and then I think I found a new leak because I feel like he was down there as he was moving the existing P-trap. I felt like there's definitely a new leak that I just plugged up with them JB Weld. But that's the thing that's unfortunate, and I didn't see that at first, or either I didn't want to see it, but that's the project of that, I'm still moving forward and making steps. Next thing I want to talk about is I'm thinking about getting a power wall and or solar. I know that power wall from the tax bill Donald Trump passed the power wall deduction is going to be there to 2030 or 2032, but the solar deduction is going to be gone. And so I'm kind of thinking, do I want to reduce my expenses by investing in that? And will it be something worth it? I've been using a lot of ChatGPT to come to those different conclusions. But that's something I'm thinking about doing, investing in a power wall, which means I might need a new roof because the current roof I have is about 20 years old. And so that's a project that I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Again, I always try to help when I'm in retirement. I don't have to use any expenses from the retirement money to do these things. That's the main goal here. Why I would consider doing it now, because I don't want to save expenses for that thing, something as big as that then. So I'm still triaging that. and what are some known repairs that I haven't done after the project. The bathroom project is I shouldn't have to spend a lot more money on it, but a water heater, which hasn't given me any problem, but it's probably 20 years old. I know I might need to think about getting one replacement. A living room set. I'm in my living room now, and I have the same hood furniture that I have for so long because I've been prioritizing. But I think I want to invest in a three grand or so a living room lounge set. What's the one that has the chase on one side? That type of sectional. A sectional with a chase on one side. I kind of want to get one of those and get rid of this old one here. But that's an expense. Okay. So I want to also give you my physical health, where I am physically. Physically, I'm at still 190. Haven't been exercising as consistently. I've been working on trying to get more sleep, but it's been a fight. So to be honest here, ultimately, I would just say that my exercise routine, my physical activity, I've mostly been walking. I play basketball, but not nearly as much as I have in the past. And I don't know, I'm 53. I'm trying to wean myself off of shooting hoops, but just do more regular exercise. But it hasn't been going as much as I would like. I'm still only hooping, mostly exercising. Less exercise, but I hoop less. But I don't like that combination because I don't want to get hurt out here by not preparing myself by working out. But that's something that I want to work on, to just do more exercise without playing ball, and just sort of kind of maintain the shape and just get in the routine. And that's what I wanted. I got to stay in the routine. It's just the commute. My commute is so crazy. I just want to just lounge on the weekend and barely even do the bathroom project, and I kind of don't. I don't push it. I kind of just rest when I feel like it, and do the bathroom project when I feel like it, and to try to maximize getting rest and maximize just being able to have some downtime and just sitting in my chair and just enjoying what's going on. And another thing I have been working on, and give you my status, is my mental. Where am I at mental? I have been working to become, be more positive thinker, be confident in my dominance, to live and respond in my higher self. I've been listening to a lot of stoicism. I've been doing a lot of shadow work, about a lot of shadow work. Listening to videos that talk, that breathe life into me, and like I said, this make me give me more of a fuller view of myself, and less of excuses, or a more affirmative outlook about dealing with people and myself. Like I said, a higher version of myself. Understanding the small nuances of body language, energy, intentions, and the power of words, and the roles and duty. So I've been getting more stronger in just self-care in that way, showing love, giving love, respecting myself, just practicing being more in that state of mind. I am in that state of mind. It's kind of a process of me doing this video here, my higher self, being more present and being more conscious, that this could help some people, right? To give you some rules to the game here. That's what the goal is here, But that's kind of where I'm at in July 6th. I think that's a good breakdown of the status of things in 2025. I'll probably give another status sometime probably in about 3 months, maybe October, November. But just trying to do it as needed. This Trump bill is passed, and this is now a land of the law. And I'm just really wanting to see how I wanted to do this video to talk about how I think I can capitalize from it and how it's made me want to redo my allocations in my professional account and in my personal account. And what I'm doing is I'm just rearranging my allocations to bring more of the equities down to be more of a 7/30 mix. And so my contributions will be made to that order. Another thing I want to say is that I'm maxing out my contributions. I'm maxing out my contributions on my job 401k, which is the maximum contribution is $23,500 for year 2025, and the catch-up contribution because I'm 50 is 7,000. So that's 30,500 that I'm putting into my my Roth 401k, and that is, we're just hoping that compound interest gains will allow me to live comfortably in my retirement years of doing this. Also maxing out the contribution in my IRA, which is about 7,000, and we're just trying to do the best that we can, hoping that this way works, that it could, compound. And in 15 years, that this what I'm doing now will have paid off these choices here. So I'd like for all of you to think about that. Just trying to get more assets, not get more assets, reduce my liability. That's me trying to reduce my liability with my thought process, trying to make sure mentally I'm in the positive and not take away, live a full life, and learn how to bring things to me by the power of word and the power of intention thoughts, and knowing what I deserve, and just growing, continuously growing in different things about myself in different ways. And so far, this is where we are in 2025, doing it this way. And so again, like, comment, and subscribe, and everyone have a great time, and God bless. Bye-bye.